The story begins in 1980, a time when people live in fear of bandits. These criminals not only steal people's belongings but often take their lives too. One such bandit is Permis, who, along with his partner, kills 3 people and loots all their possessions. After completing their robbery, they arrive at a strange place surrounded by wooden fences, with human skulls hanging all around. Before Permis and his partner can understand anything, someone attacks his partner. The arrow used in the attack has human bones attached to it. Permis tries to save his friend, but the partner dies on the spot. Fearing for his own life, Permis flees and returns to his town. Permis hides all the stolen goods, but unfortunately, he is seen by the sheriff's assistant. The assistant informs the sheriff, named Hunt, about what he witnessed. He suspects that Permis is a bandit because he was hiding goods suspiciously. Hunt and his assistant decide to catch Permis if the suspicion is true. They find Permis sitting outside. Instead of arresting him immediately, Hunt begins to question him about his work. When Permis becomes visibly nervous, Hunt's suspicion turns into certainty. As Hunt prepares to arrest him, Permis tries to escape. Hunt then shoots him in the legs, stopping him instantly. Permis falls to the ground, injured. Since the whole incident happens in front of the townspeople, everyone now realizes that Permis is a bandit. Here, a man named John appears, who becomes concerned seeing Permis wounded. He rushes into town to find a doctor. Town has only one doctor, Samantha. She is shown treating her injured husband, who has a severely wounded leg. Despite this, she considers the situation an emergency and, with her husband's permission, goes with John to the police station. The station, she finds Permis's condition much worse than expected. His leg is severely injured and will take all night to treat. Even then, she cannot assure a full recovery. She starts working on the treatment. Meanwhile, another scene shows a young man heading toward his farmhouse. Suddenly, he hears horses galloping. When he checks, he sees some bizarre figures, creatures that do not look human. Before he can react or escape, these beings capture and kill him brutally, wounding his body in multiple places. The next morning, Hunt is at home when a frightened man arrives to report that he found a horribly mutilated dead body in the fields. He says he went to the police station to report it but found the station completely abandoned. Even the prisoners are missing. Shocked, Hunt first visits the fields and confirms the boy is dead. He then rushes to the police station, only to find that everyone is truly gone. Upon investigating the station, he finds an arrow at the site, which belongs to a cannibal tribe. Although he has no idea about it, he knows someone who can uncover the truth, an old professor. Before visiting the professor, Hunt stops at Samantha's house and delivers shocking news to her husband, Arthur, that his wife went missing from the police station the previous night. Hearing this, Arthur is left stunned. The sheriff assures him not to worry and promises to track her down. Distressed Arthur decides to follow Hunt. They head outside and meet the professor. When shown the arrow, even the professor becomes alarmed. He recognizes it as a weapon of the cannibal tribe. Professor explains that this tribe captures and eats humans. No one who enters their territory returns alive. The tribe has abducted townspeople. It means the entire town is in danger. First, they will kill and eat the people they've taken, and then they will return to the town repeatedly to hunt. Everyone is terrified upon hearing this. Arthur is only concerned for his wife. Determined to save her at any cost, he decides to join Hunt's mission, to head toward the cannibal tribe and rescue everyone. They mount their horses and begin their journey. As night falls, they become exhausted and decide to rest. John, experienced with travel, sets up a wire around their sleeping area so that any approaching movement triggers a sound and wakes them up. At night, the wire does make noise, but it's only an animal. So far, the journey remains peaceful. The next morning, they resume their travel. It becomes clear that Arthur's injured leg is worsening. The wound shows signs of infection, and he experiences severe pain. Hunt offers him a chance to stop the journey, but he refuses and continues traveling with the group. As night falls again, they are forced to halt their journey once more. But this night, something strange happens. 2 strangers appear in front of them. Hunt draws his gun and warns them to stop right there. He asks if they are carrying any weapons. The strangers are asked to drop any weapons, but they deny having any. Despite this, they continue walking toward the group. Suddenly, John shoots both of them dead. Seeing this, Hunt becomes furious, thinking John has killed innocent men. But John argues that they cannot afford to take risks on such a dangerous journey. His reasoning turns out to be correct. Upon checking the bodies, they discover the 2 men are actually armed bandits. John hadn't acted, the group could have been killed. Relieved, they sleep peacefully. But luck doesn't favor them for long. Once again, they are attacked, this time by more bandits who quietly steal their belongings. The thieves even try to take their horses horses, but John's horse, known for its loyalty, refuses to go with them. Enraged, the bandits brutally injure the horse. When John and the others regain consciousness, they are devastated. John is especially heartbroken to see his loyal companion in pain. Unable to bear the sight of the suffering animal, John shoots the horse to end its misery. Morning arrives, and the journey must continue. But without horses, they have no choice but to travel on foot. Arthur is in no condition to walk due to his worsening leg injury. The group decides to leave him behind with painkillers, asking him to rest. As they travel ahead, they leave stone markers along the path so Arthur can follow them once he recovers. Through some walking, their journey leads them to the territory of the cannibal tribe, their true target. As soon as they arrive, a cannibal appears. Hunt quickly shoots him. The gunshot attracts more cannibals, who attack with bizarre, unfamiliar weapons. The group struggles to defend themselves. John suffers severe injuries and is no longer fit to fight. Hunt and his partner leave him behind, giving him a gun for protection. Despite his condition, John shows great bravery. Before dying, he manages to shoot and kill 3 cannibals who approach him. Eventually, he too dies. Meanwhile, Hunt and his partner try to sneak into the cannibals' cave but are caught and imprisoned. Inside the jail, they find other captives. However, only 2 survivors remain. When Hunt asks about Permis, Samantha tells him that the cannibals have already killed and eaten him. Everyone is terrified upon hearing this. Soon, a cannibal arrives and blows a strange whistle to summon others. One of the captives is dragged out, stripped, and then brutally torn apart from the middle by 2 cannibals holding his legs. The horrific scene leaves everyone in shock. Despite the horror, Hunt holds on to hope that Arthur will come to rescue them. When Samantha asks about Arthur, Hunt begins to explain that he was coming with them to help, but his leg injury worsened and the pain became unbearable, so they had to leave him behind. Hearing this, she becomes furious and starts yelling, questioning how they could abandon him in such a dangerous place. Hunt urges her to stay calm, saying it is not the time for blame but for unity and action. He asks how many cannibals are in the area. Samantha estimates there are about 15. To escape, the group devises a plan. Hunt has wine and they secretly mix poison into it. Then, they pretend to fight over it, making it look like the wine is something precious. Cannibals, intrigued, snatch the bottle and drink it. 3 cannibals consume the poisoned wine and die. Hunt's plan works. Meanwhile, Arthur, despite his injuries, manages to crawl toward the cannibal tribe's cave. As 2 cannibals spot and approach him, Arthur shoots them dead. He then drags himself to the bodies and notices that they were strange whistles used to summon other tribe members. Arthur uses one of these whistles to lure more cannibals and then shoots them as well. Arthur ends up killing several of them alone. Now, only 4 cannibals remain. Inside the cave, the cannibal leader discovers that Hunt has tricked them with poisoned wine. Enraged, he drags Hunt out and stabs him in the stomach, then forcefully shoves the wine bottle into the wound. Before further harm can be done, a gunshot rings out from outside. It's Arthur. He has shot another cannibal. The rest of the cannibals rush out, leaving just one behind. This last cannibal steps on Hunt's neck, but Hunt manages to grab his leg, pull him down, and kill him in a final act of strength. Arthur kills the cannibal outside and crawls into the cave. He finds Hunt and explains how many cannibals he has killed. Hunt estimates only 3 are left and, knowing he won't survive, tells Arthur to take everyone and escape while he stays behind to finish the rest. It becomes an emotional moment. The group doesn't want to leave him behind, but there's no choice. The 3 survivors escape the cave and make it far away. Then they hear 3 gunshots, signaling that Hunt has killed the remaining cannibals. In the final scene, Hunt breathes his last, having eliminated all the cannibals. Only the 3 survivors remain, those who showed immense courage and saved their entire town from the horror of the cannibal tribe. The movie ends here.